Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for watching my second episode. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit cold, so I'm inside my garage. I want to talk a little bit more about the car. So it's a 300ZX 1986. I talked about getting it from the auction for 180 bucks. It was a pretty good deal. And I'm gonna throw a wide body on it. Not just any wide body, it's my own custom wide body. I've seen a lot of people in Japan actually kind of serves as my inspiration for this. So what they do is they get a piece of metal and they throw it on the side of the car, they cut it up and they weld it and make a wide body. So they're making their own custom wide body. That to me is super cool. Like, I want to do something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting a 350Z, cutting off the quarter panels, cutting off the fenders, and placing it on this thing to make it a wide body. So it looks a little bit more stock instead of just, and when I say stock, I mean like it came like that from the factory, a cool factory. Now it's going to take a lot of work to get done, but first let's talk about what's wrong with this car. So what is wrong with this car? First thing I noticed is the door handle. It doesn't work. It's disconnected from the inside, and I can pull it on it super hard. It's like locked. So my handle does not work. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get into this car, but if you walk around, it's a little bit hard, but it opens. That's actually a good thing. So that's number one thing. We have to figure that out to even get started, right? That's easily fixable right there. It's missing the mirror, but I'll probably just glue it back in because it looks like it's just glued. A little bit of glue on the sides. Actually use the actual same stuff that they use to glue in the windshields. That glue, if you've ever seen it, if you ever get it on your hands, it takes forever to take it off because it's really, really water resistant. That's what I'm going to use to glue that back in. And that brings me to the rims. This thing does not roll. It obviously needs 4 new wheels. I was going to try to save these. They're some Inkies, if that's how you pronounce it. They actually look pretty cool, and if I was gonna leave it stock and just fix it up, I would probably just have these powder coated and repolished, because they are scratched on the edges a little bit. But it's all fixable. I know, like I said, this pretty much is a budget build. I wanted to see if I can save these, but like I said, if I'm gonna do a wide body, it's gonna come out, I'm thinking about 4 inches, so I have to find something that comes out 4 inches, and I can't just put a 4-inch spacer in there. I have to put in maybe a 2-inch spacer, and then the rims have to do the rest. So I need to look into that a little bit more, do a little research and do a little math. Come on! Oops, something cracked. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see if it's open. Let me see. Ouch. There you go. God damn, what the hell? It's stuck on these. It's loose. The stick is here because it doesn't stay and it could kill you. Like it almost. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. Okay. We're good. So, of course, it doesn't have a battery. I will have to get a battery from parts store nearby. And I mean, look at it. It needs work. I did try starting this thing. I tried starting it and it wasn't going. See, it's all loose here. We sprayed some starting fluid in there. So we tried to start it and it would turn off again because it's not getting gas. So I was thinking it was the fuel pump, and it probably is the fuel pump. Let's go back there and check it out. The fuel pump is accessible to the trunk. Take off these screws and it's accessible, but all the wiring inside is actually... Oh man, that could have been my head. Back to the trunk. So when I opened this up, I disconnected this because I was going to take the pump out. All the wires are frayed inside. The gasoline must have peeled away all the rubber, and so everything just was touching. I could have started a fire when I tried starting it. Luckily, it didn't catch fire. So there's no communication back here. Now, because the wires are frayed, so because I saw that, I was worried that all the other wiring in this car was maybe not up to par and I need to replace it. I did find a wiring harness. Maybe I just needed this harness, but I bought a whole wiring harness to fix this. Now, I didn't want to record this, but whose garage isn't filthy and full of stuff, right? That's not it. This is it. Yep, this is it. So I bought a whole wire harness and I checked the wires and they look like they're really fresh. So pretty solid wiring here. I'm not sure what all needs the wiring harness as far as like components, as like under the hood or inside the cab. I don't know what all needs it, but I just wanted to be more safe than sorry and not have to fight gremlins later on, because I didn't want to pay the money to get another one. I mean, it's gonna be worth it no matter what. So there's like wiring to like the radio, and it's the exact same model, of 300ZX Turbo. That's actually what the guy said. So if there's anything that's missing or not correct, I'll have him to blame, right? But this is everything. This is everything I need to make this thing run amazing, right? So first things first, I gotta get this thing running again. I gotta go to the parts store, get a battery. I gotta get the wiring all put in, installed, just to see if it runs, to see if the engine is any good. I'm really hoping it is, because if it's not, it's gonna suck donkey balls, and it's gonna be just like the BMW where I got stopped in my tracks. Because honestly, this is all about me learning with you guys, and I'm hoping I can teach you some stuff. You can learn from my mistakes, because that's like the best way to learn, right? You gotta learn from people's mistakes. So if you guys can learn from me, I mean, all the better, right? Hey, what's up, guys? So it's a different day, but I'm ready to do the first mod on this car before I start working on it. Before I start making the engine run, I want to do one thing, which is like the first mod I'm going to do this thing. Now, some people don't like it, some people don't like the look, but I like it. I happen to think it looks cool. It makes things look really different, and it changes the look of the whole car. Some could say it looks unfinished, but I think it's going to be a really cool thing to do, because I think with a lot of these supercars, a lot of these exotics like Porsches and Lamborghinis and Ferraris, they take off the rear bumper, they have their rear engine cars, and you see all the exhausts and the manifolds and the turbos. I know this isn't a rear engine car, but I like the look. I really like the look. I think it looks really awesome, and I think you guys are gonna like what I do with this thing. So let's get to work. So the first thing I got to do is reach in there and open it. Okay, now that I have it open, I have to put the stick there so it doesn't kill me. That should do it. So what I have to do, I took this tray out already, and all the bolts are behind this cover. So I got to take this cover off. It's pretty easy. Some little twisty thingies. So they go sideways. These little pins, they go sideways, and they come out. There's number 2. Number 3. Okay, and this comes off. So all the screws are back there. There's a whole bunch of screws. I don't even know how many there are, but I'm gonna take these screws off. Let's get right to it. So what I discovered is that you gotta take the spare off to get to the last screws right here. There's about 12 screws that hold the whole thing in, and you gotta take this. Actually, no, this is the edge one. So this is the last one on the edge, and then I take the spare off. I gotta take the spare off to get to that last screw. But I discovered water. There's freaking water in here. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's causing rust, and it needs to get dealt with. So I will be addressing that, finding out. Maybe just need some new rubber seals, which I want to get, unless it stayed open for a while wherever it was at. But this water looks like it's been there for a minute, so hoping it was like left open maybe, and that now it's gonna not leak anymore. So I'll put new seals on this car, and hopefully it takes care of the problem. But now I have to see what's holding it in on the sides. Talk about weight reduction. That thing weighed a freaking ton, but when I looked in here, there's a drain hole, a little plastic drain hole, so I'm hoping that all the water goes away. Alright, water issue was dealt with. And now for just the rest of it. Okay, now this just fell out of the bottom. What the hell is this? Its wings are freaking thick as heck. Looks like a moth with giant wings. Is it a dragonfly? Oh my god, this looks so freaking weird. It's like a giant bee slash dragonfly slash bird. Looks like a freaking bat bird bug dragonfly. Yeah, just like I suspected, there's plenty of Black Widow spider webs. You can tell they're Black Widow because they're freaking thick and they're hard to push. Yeah, that's Black Widow. So if I get bit and this is my last video, thanks guys for sticking around, for watching it. I mean, it was a pleasure. So now that all the screws on the bottom are done, I think I can pull this off now. And very first mod. So there you go, folks, my very first mod. It doesn't look like much, but once you add a lot more components, some more customization, and this really makes a difference. Actually, I'm going to take the whole bar off, or make a modified one. You gotta have stuff safety back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, make my own custom one, and it will have a Battle Arrow style wing, if not their wing directly. But yeah, I have to do some more customization so it's not just missing a back bumper. It's actually a mod that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's going to be really cool, really clean. Alright folks, so there you go, first mod done and in the books. Back bumper off, back bumper delete. I'm going to do some more customizing to it. There's an old dead bumper. It's going to go in the trash unless you want it. Let me know, it's yours. Again, thank you so much. Subscribe, and in the comments below, let me know, did you like this mod? And also, what do you think about Battle Arrow? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's gaudy? Do you hate it? I happen to like it, but please in the comments below let me know what you guys think about the Battle Arrow. That's the giant wing in the back. I'm going to try to do it tastefully if you think it's a thing. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching, for liking, for if you commented. Thank you so much. There's more stuff coming. I'm hoping it's going to go a lot faster this time. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, peace.